Hello everyone, my name is Ivo and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. On today's show, folks, we are going to make an amazing pizza. And the beauty is, this pizza is going to be made at your convenience. Yes, we're going to start the pizza today and you could cook the pizza anytime you want tomorrow or the day after for that matter. That's how beautiful this recipe is. Let's get started right now. So let's start off by preparing our flour. I have here 400 grams of 00 flour, a high protein 00 flour. This one happens to be 13.3%. So 400 grams, and don't worry, I'll put all the conversions in the description for you to go to imperial measurements. And to that we are going to add 1 teaspoon of diastatic malt powder, which is about 4 grams. Now this is very easy to find, it's very inexpensive, and it's a superfood for yeast. You don't need to use it, but I always like to show you the best recipe. I like using it and it works great. Along with the 1 teaspoon of that diastatic malt, we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of instant dry yeast. So 1/4 teaspoon, which is about 0.75 grams, by the way. We're going to add our 1/4 teaspoon of yeast. So now, let's just mix that together. Okay. Alrighty, our flour is now prepared. Let's get our water going. So here I have 260 grams of warm water. I just heated it up to about 90 degrees. It could be 90, 95 degrees. You want it nice and warm. And to that, to the water, I'm actually going to add 6 grams of table salt, along with 1 teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil. And then I'm just quite simply going to stir that and get that salt to dissolve in that warm water. Okay, there we go. Now our water is ready. And now we do the simple process of just adding the two together. Get our water and salt olive oil mixture in there and start to form our dough. I like to use a firm spatula and just get everything mixed in and incorporated. And we're going to form like a bit of a shaggy dough, but we're going to have to get in there with our hands. And I will show you. No pizza dough is complete unless you get in there with your hands to make that dough. Alright, so we've got most of it absorbed here. Okay, so now let's get in there with our hands and let's mix this up and form a dough. Okay, you can see what we have to deal with there. And quite simply, we're going to grab this dough, move it around, and just squeeze it in our hand. Just squeeze it. Pick up all the loose dough as you go around, and it is going to be a little bit sticky to your hands. And you can see here I still have more dough to pick, or more flour to pick up. So you just work it and keep squeezing it until you pick up all that flour. Okay. Alright, so now I've picked up all the flour, as you can see. Alright, so now quite simply what we're going to do is work this dough and squeeze it in our hands, just like that. Grab the dough and squeeze it. And by doing that, you're actually working and getting all those ingredients incorporated together. So I'm just going to continue to do this for about 2 minutes. And there we go. It's been 2 minutes and our pizza dough already feels, whoops, our pizza dough already feels much softer than it did when we first started. And as you can see, everything is mixed together quite nicely. So now I have to get this dough off my hands and we're going to let it sit and rest for 15 minutes covered in this bowl. So our first step only took a couple minutes to do. And our second step is going to also only take a couple minutes to do. Alright, so let's get our dough out. Out it comes. There we go. It's looking good already, folks. Okay, so now all we have to do is knead this dough. You can do it with a bunch of folds. You want to do this for about 2 minutes. So it's another 2-minute task basically. And at the very beginning I said we're going to make an amazing pizza. amazing because what we're going to do is we are going to put this dough in the refrigerator and we're going to let it ferment overnight. And the beauty is, while it does that, we are creating a better dough, a dough that's going to be easier to stretch and work with. We're going to be able to create a dough that has enhanced flavor and texture. I mean, the overnight fermentation does one real big factor for me, and that is improved digestibility. It's easier to digest a dough that's been fermented overnight for 1 day or 2. And the other thing it does, it also creates a nice, airy, lighter dough. So giving you those beautiful air pockets, especially in the crust that we all love. So that's how this pizza dough is going to be amazing. And the other amazing part is you've seen how easy it was and how quick the first step was. And the second step is just as quick and easy, just another 2 minutes. So I'm just going to finish kneading this, another 30 seconds. And like I said, you can actually just do what I call a lift and fold. Lift the dough and fold it over. You could just do that for 2 minutes and that could be your kneading process. It's that easy as well. And it's still sticky, but as you can see, it's not as near as sticky as it was when we first started, right? So there we have it. Okay, so we have now finished our kneading process, which when we did that, we're developing the gluten network in our dough. So now what it needs to do is just rest and grow a little bit in size. So I have pre-oiled this container just so it doesn't stick as much. And we're going to let it sit here for 2 hours minimum, but 2 hours up to 3 hours, again at your convenience. Anytime 2 to 3 hours, we're going to let it sit, and I'll show you what we do next, which again is going to be very, very quick and easy. So here we are, some 3 hours later, and I've got a couple of containers here. I'm going to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil just so the dough doesn't stick, and just brush that in around. Turn on my handy dandy scale. Okay, so we got a little bit of olive oil in here. Place that on the scale, tear that, there we go. Okay, so time to take out our dough that's been resting nicely. Little by little, a spatula works great here. We're going to make it, get it out. Very nice dough. There we have it. Okay, so now what we want to do is divide and shape this dough. So we want to divide it in half. It should be about 330 grams per dough ball. So let's see what we have here. We have 333 grams. Okay, that's pretty good. This one should be close to the same. 326. So there you go. Okay, I could be real picky and give a little bit more to here. Okay, there we go. 329, almost 330. Okay, so to shape this dough now, again, it's still sticky. Quite simply, we're going to do some folds. We're going to fold over from one end, lift and fold it to the other, and do the same on the side. Lift and fold, and lift and fold. Okay, you can do a little bit more if you want. Just lift and fold. Yeah, do anywhere from 5 to 10. And then, quite simply, with the dough in a round shape, just grab one end and pull it towards you. And as you do, it's going to shape into a nice round. There we go. Look at that, beautiful. Isn't that nice? One beautiful dough ball right there. So we're going to put it in our container. It's 329 grams. Lid goes on. Second dough. Just to double check, we'll tear that. Okay, so same thing, we're going to lift and fold, then do the side, do the other side, and we could do a few more. There we go, just lift it and fold. Okay, and then we're going to shape it into a round. Very simple process, very simple. All right, and we have a nice, beautiful pizza dough round right here. That's our second pizza dough right there, beautiful. Okay, in the container, 329, how do you like that? Okay, now, quite simply, we're going to put these in the refrigerator. All right, in the refrigerator we go. We need to find a spot for them. There we go. And that is it. How simple was that? We had, what, we did 2 minutes, we mixed our dough and got it together. 15 minutes later, we did some kneading for a couple minutes. We let it sit for 3 hours, another 2 minutes worth of work to shape the dough. That's it. It goes in the refrigerator, and now it's going to do that overnight fermentation and develop all those flavors and become that beautiful dough. And tomorrow, I've got a number of things to do tomorrow, including get a haircut. And then at some point tomorrow, I'm going to say tomorrow evening, when it's convenient for me, I will take the dough out of the refrigerator and let it come to room temperature. An hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, anywhere in that range. And then we're going to make some pizza. So stay tuned, folks. The best is yet to come. So here we are the next day. I got all my chores done. I've taken the pizza doughs out of the refrigerator and I've got the oven preheating at 500 degrees. So you know what that means. Time to have some fun. Look at this beautiful dough. Our dough has been sitting nicely. Let's take the one dough out. And I have here some, see, it's still sticky. I have here some semolina flour. I like to use semolina flour as my base instead of white flour, because the white flour to me turns the pizza taste in the wrong direction. But the semolina is a much, much, much better choice. So I have my semolina there. Oh, the dough. This dough feels so nice. It is so smooth, silky smooth. You're gonna love this dough. Absolutely love this dough. So I'm going to shape it into a round, and the way I like to do it, I just let the pizza dough, I don't do anything fancy, okay? I just let the pizza dough kind of hang on its own weight as I work my way around and make sure that it's good and covered on the bottom so it doesn't stick when I go to slide it off my peel. But yeah, I just work it around and let it stretch. And you can make it as thin or leave it a little bit thicker as you wish. But this dough is going to easily make a good 12-inch pizza, 12 to even 14-inch. Okay, look at how beautifully this dough is handling. Look at how beautiful. We have strength, we have great feel. Look at that. That's a beautiful thing right there, folks. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, I'm gonna give it one more turn around. Okay. And that is pretty good. So, I've got it on my semolina. Let's build our pizza. So, as you can see, I have my pizza station set up and ready to go. We'll just move our pizza dough onto this peel. That's what I want to see. Nice sliding action right there. I have this beautiful sauce. We're going to start, we're going to start with a little olive oil first. We're going to brush some olive oil onto our dough. This is going to enhance some flavor very, very nicely. Extra virgin olive oil, of course. And the pizza sauce that you see there, I made that myself. It's very, very easy to make pizza sauce. I know it's convenient to buy, but oh my goodness, it's so easy to make. And I'll put a link in the description. I did a video and I'll show you how I make my pizza sauce, but it is so worth it. Okay. That looks pretty good.
And with a little more olive oil, it'll look even better. Okay. Like I say, when you think you've added enough, add a little more. Beautiful. Okay, our olive oil is in. Now we're going to add some of our beautiful sauce. That's looking good. And for the toppings, you could, use whatever toppings you like, of course. And a little more. I don't like to overdo it with the toppings, but I just want just enough to enhance that flavor. Maybe just a tad bit. There we go. Okay, that's looking good. I like it. So next we're going to put on some mozzarella cheese that I've shredded. Some nice pizza mozzarella. And cheese makes a difference. We're just going to use mozzarella today, but of course you could use different cheeses as well and experiment, right? Have some fun with your pizzas. All right, that looks pretty good to me. Not overpowering, but just enough to enhance the pizza. Okay, so next let's go with, we're going to put some olives on this one. I've got some green olives here. Sprinkle a little bit of green olive. Okay, that looks good. I do like my hot peppers, so I have some hot pepper rings here that I drained and somewhat dried just a little bit, just to take the juices out. So they're a little bit drier going on the pizza than right out of the jar. That looks pretty good. That'll have a nice little zip to it. Okay, and pepperoni. Let's get some nice pepperoni going. Gonna line it with pepperoni. And I think we'll add some mushroom on this one as well, and then we'll call it. Again, I don't want to get too carried away or make the toppings too heavy, just enough to enhance the flavor. All right, let's put a few mushrooms on here. Okay. Oops. Okay, gotta add our mushrooms. That's pretty good. I like it. Okay, see, do we still have? Yeah, we do. That's what I want right there. Okay, let's go pop this in the oven. So, doesn't that look nice? Okay, let's get it in the oven. In it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna set the timer. Every oven is different. We're gonna go 9 to 10 minutes. And in the meanwhile, I'm gonna start getting our second pizza ready. It's been just over 9 minutes. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. We're looking good. Okay, I might give it just another 30 seconds to have a little more color. I like mine a little well done. Okay, so this pizza now went 10 minutes, and like I say, everyone's oven is different. Oh, look at this. Take a look at this pizza. Hey, isn't that nice? Beautiful, beautiful coloration to it. Oh, I can't wait to dig into that. Okay, that one's done. Pizza number 2 is gonna go in. I also used some hot peppers, of course, the sauce and the olive oil. But you can see I also added spinach. I put spinach on this one instead of the mushrooms. And let's put this one in. Same thing, we're gonna let it sit we're gonna check it at around the 9-minute mark, but it'll most likely go 10 as well. And while that second one is cooking, I like to add a little more extra virgin olive oil on the crust for a little bit of enhanced flavor. Look at this beautiful pizza. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Okay, and now with a nice large pizza cutter, let's cut into this pizza. Oh, I've got a nice crust there. this is looking and sounding so good. All right. The other thing I like to do is put it on a cooling rack of sorts. So this other pizza tray does the trick and does not allow my pizza to sweat. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about right there, folks. Okay, so this one's going to patiently wait while our second one gets made. And we're going to put our second one right on there. And then you know what's happening after that. I can't wait to dig in for the taste test. Okay, it's been 9 minutes. Let's take a peek. Oh boy, this one is looking really good too. We're gonna give it 1 more minute. It's that wonderful time. Let's turn our oven off. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Take a look at this beautiful pizza right here. Look at this. Homemade, right in your own oven. It looks so good. Okay. Am I a little excited? You bet I am. I absolutely love making pizza. Okay, let's dress that with a little olive oil and get it cut. Okay, and there we go. I already went around with the olive oil. So that's good. Same process. Look at this beautiful pizza. Yes, when you're looking for a pizza roller, get one with a nice big cutter on it because it cuts on a different angle than, let's say, a smaller roller, and it does a much, much better job of cutting up your pizzas. And same thing, we don't want it to sweat and dry out on us. There we have it. Oh boy. Okay, let's make our way over to the table. Table is set and I am ready to dig in. Who can ask for any better than this? Okay, this was the first one we made. So let's take a bite on this one. Oh, look at that. I've got air bubbles, air pockets in the dough. The bottom, it's cooked nicely. That's excellent. Wow. Let's try the other one. Salute. I like these little air pockets when they come up like that. Okay, so let's take another one here. Let's try. This piece looks pretty good. But yeah, I'll show you the air pockets. Hopefully you can see it. Look at that crust. Can you see the crust there? Maybe here. Nice air pockets, and it's not just in the crust, it's in the entire dough, which makes it light and airy. Really nice with that spinach. But it's the pizza dough. When making a good pizza, it's really easy. And this recipe, as you saw, very little effort, a little bit of effort the day before. Put the dough in the fridge. The next day, go about your business. If you're working, you come home from work, take the doughs out of the oven, out of the refrigerator, let them come to room temp an hour and a half, 2 hours, make your pizzas, you've got dinner. It's that easy, and it is that convenient. And this, I could eat that whole pizza. I will not feel bloated. This dough is going to be very, very easily digested. I shared some tips 2 weeks ago, pizza making tips. If you haven't seen that episode, I'll put a link in the description for you. But that was one of the tips, was the overnight fermentation, and I talk about that as well. But just look, folks. Just look. Look at this piece here. You gotta love that. Look at how beautiful that. Again, to make a good pizza, you got to start out with a good pizza dough, and we did just that with the dough that we made. Convenient, delicious, and here's the thing: when you make your own pizza, it is so rewarding. You can enjoy it so much. Yes, okay, you order out, you get your pizza, but nothing beats making it at home, making it for yourself or for friends and family, and having some fun. That's what it's all about. When you're in the kitchen, have fun in the kitchen, make your own food, and enjoy it. I want to thank you for spending time in the kitchen on this pizza making episode. And as always, folks, until next time, buon appetito and salute. Cheers. I think I'll eat half of this and half of that. Sounds like a good plan to me.